I love making my own brushes. It's a lot of fun, and we will actually use a soft brush to make a cloud brush. That's what we're going to do today. So I'm taking my opacity down. I think it's at 18%, and I'm just going to paint random. You can see I'm even painting in like circle formations. I just want to build up that value. I'm painting in black. I'm trying to build up a value range to simulate like a seed. If a cloud had a seed, this is what we're painting. And so when we have many of these tiny little clouds together, as a group, they're going to create larger clouds. So right now, that's what we're doing. I'm just building up value. I'm making my brush smaller, making it bigger, going to crop out some of the white area that I don't need. Now, this is important. After I crop this out, what I'm going to do is take my brush again and make sure I'm going to delete those other layers that I've used before. I don't need those. But I'm going to paint in white. I'm going to make sure that my opacity, first of all, is set to 100%, which I'm going to do right now. And I'm going to paint with the same soft brush the outside of that canvas. And that's to make sure that none of my cloud value, the dark value that I painted, or any of the value is on the outside. And now I'm going to go to Edit, Brush Preset, Make Brush Preset, and I'm going to name it Cloud Brush. And now I'm going to make a new file, and I'm going to paint using that brush. Now, if I paint in black, this is what my brush looks like. Boring. And you might have thought that I made a mistake. There's my brush, right? Doesn't look too exciting. Something must be wrong, but it's not. If I go to my brush settings and start to play around, especially with size jitter, scatter, spacing, all of these things will help you get. Notice I'm testing out the brush to see what I need to change. Now I'm changing opacity. I'm changing the scattering. I'm changing the rotation or angle jitter. And again, I'm testing it out, testing out the waters to see what I need to change. What do I need to change? Making sure. And now I just made a larger brush. Notice how that low opacity really helps us here. And when we start to build this up, notice what starts to happen. We start to get a buildup of value and density. And on the outside, on the outskirts of that, we start to get these subtle changes. That's what this brush is all about and does really well. Now, this is starting to look good and nice and dense and random. I love randomness, but when I start to paint in white over this, it will even look better. So I've changed the opacity again. I'm going to switch to white here. And notice that I'm single clicking now. I'm not brushing, but I'm just single clicking. Notice that my brush presets are still there, so it's kind of randomized that cloud pattern. And I can really get this nice cloudy randomness, organic sense, all with using that simple brush. A lot of fun, a lot of fun. Now I can take this further, even though I'm painting in black and white. What if I were to start adding color to this, or to paint in color? Well, I'm going to go to my color dynamics or color shifting, and I'm going to go to hue change, but before that I'm going to change the spacing, see what that may do to our brush. Make a new layer really quickly. And then start to paint in gray, but I'm gonna pick a new color, change my opacity. There, I'm changing to magenta. And let's see what happens when I add my color shifting. There we go. And I'm just clicking over and over again. Remember, every single click gives you a brand new color. Even starting to paint in white again. Again, a great way to get a random effect of clouds or smoke. Atmosphere. You know, there's, if you've ever done perspective drawing, there is a perspective that's rarely talked about. It's called atmospheric perspective. And anytime you have clouds or pollution or smoke in a painting or a drawing, that atmospheric perspective adds in a lot of realism to your work. So use this to your advantage. Play around with this, have fun, make a cloud brush, and test it out.